On the topic of bad guys, I'm going to be showing you some web shells that are commonly used by the bad guys and that we see commonly on hacked systems. If you remember, the first PHP shell that we uploaded was a very basic, simple one. It was one line of code that allowed us to run some commands. The bad guys, however, use shells that are a lot more sophisticated than this. Let me show you an example. If you go to Google and look for PHP web shells, you'll get a number of links. All of these contain web shells of different variety and different complexity and different functionality. I'm going to go to the first link on GitHub, and all of these shells that you see here, if not all of them, most of them, are web shells that are commonly used by bad guys. So these are web shells that you see on hacked systems. The C99 shell, for example, a few years ago was a very common one. And if you look at the code of this shell, look at the difference between this and the one-liner that we created. So let us use this shell. Let's see what it does. I'm going to save this page and I'm going to name it c99.php. And then I'm going to go back to my damn vulnerable web app and I'm going to replicate the exploit that we did before by uploading this web shell. So I'll browse to the file, I'll select it, and then I will upload it. I'll go to the directory where it was uploaded. And here we go. Look at that. I mean, I have to say, I admire what the bad guys have done in this case. This is a pretty damn beautiful shell. It gives you nice access to the system. You can run and execute commands. You can search for files. You can upload stuff. And you can do a whole bunch of other things. So for example, if you execute who am I, you'll be able to see the output. And obviously now you can run whatever command you choose. So here's your mission for this section. I want you to upload this shell, the C99 shell. And then through this shell, I want you to get an interactive shell on your Kali box. And if you want to do an extra step, use the MSFPC tool that we saw to create a backdoor, upload this backdoor, run it to get a reverse interpreter shell. So try and combine everything that we've done in this course through this shell. Again, upload this shell to the Metasploitable machine, which should be very easy because you just have to follow what I did. And then from this shell, first get an interactive shell using PHP or Python or whatever, and then create a Metasploitable payload, upload it through this web shell, and get a Meterpreter reverse shell. Give that a try. When you're ready, we'll move on to the next section.